Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to we are going to do some JSON formatting. So, the requirement is like I need to format my JSON we programmatically. So, whether I am using the React or TypeScript or anything, or whether I can do from my Java code, whatever may be the right solution, we can do that. So it's very easy from React or TypeScript to do these things, but we will go through both approaches. And from the TypeScript itself, we have multiple approaches. So we will go through some of the approaches first. Then later uh, we will discuss the Java approach also. So let me take the React code. So I already have some React code uh, readily available. So we can use that as a discussion point. So what we are going to do in React is like you can just use JSON.stringify. So it's a very good things to do, and you don't need any other dependencies in that case. But there is something else also, JSON-pretty. This also we can use. That also work on the same way. But we are going to a demo with this one. So what I did is like just use the JSON stringify. From a text box, I am getting the data and using that data and just using the JSON pores and then stringify. So if there is any error occur, it will say like it's an invalid entry. So that's the only thing we are doing on that code. So we can go to the code right now. So if I have only one line of code, it will say invalid. So if you have the corresponding close bracket, then you will get a you will get the exact result. So let me take some other examples, and we can run that before we are going to the next library that we can use for in this kind of scenarios. So the first example that we are talking about, this one. So here uh, this is not a beautify or formatted JSON, so it's a one line. So this kind of scenario is mostly happening on logs. So logs, you can't see its own separate lines. So the JSON format is necessary to find the exact data. So in that case, it will be very helpful. You don't need to use these tools or any other one. You can do yourself. And also, if you are using the Postman, also you can convert using that. So there are a lot of ways you can do that. But uh, here I am showing how I did for my own purposes. So here, if you are clicking here, you can see it's it's done correctly. So the lines and the spices, everything is correct. So another way of we are trying to do is there is a something like this. It will say like invalid. So if I have any corresponding the space is here corresponding, not space, corresponding things here, then also we will get some problem. So the in that kind of scenarios, or what you can do is you need to remove this one. So if there is a scenarios like um, things are coming things are coming like this. So here you have scenario, there is a um, backslash is coming before the quotes. So probably you need to replace this one before you are going to the original one. But if it is coming only on particular place, removing this one will make some issues also. So I am saying like, so you have an extra code here. So just to forget about this one. So here what I am saying is like you have an extra code. In that case you are doing like this, right? So in this case it is correct. So the our input is correct. So I have one code here, right? So that's additional code to represent that you need this one. So for this, the other scenario, you can really possible to do that. So the only problem is if you are, so just assume you have an extra code here. So in this case, this one. So if you are replacing all these things with codes, it's gonna be a problem, right? So let me try in that way. But I'm okay with this one also. Let me try that things. So if you are replacing in that way, so just assume I replace everything and I have an extra code here. What's gonna happen? We'll print out this one, invalid JSON. So it's not possible. So if you are doing like this, it will work. But if you are not doing an extra things here, it will not work. So the replacing these things will not work always. So it's based on the input you are providing. But right now I'm fine. I'm just need to a valid JSON without any bags slash. I need to get in this way. That's fine. So that's one way of doing. So the other way of doing, that's I am going to talk right now. So in that case we need the library. So in my case I already installed the library. So I will take one example from some other resources. So that I think the best approach. So let me pull up that example first. So before we are going any further. So right now I am not seeing that example. So I did that's prettier JSON pretty print, not that one. Where is that exactly? So I saw, okay, got it. So I have the example. Let me pull that into something else. So let me do one thing just for a some time. I will pause the video because all right, we are continuing with our discussion. So JSON format using react-json-pretty library. So you need to install this one. That's the first step, and then you can do that JSON-pretty data JSON, so it's automatically converted into that one. So that's one way of doing that. Another one, so if I am clicking here, another one we already discussed using the JSON stringify. So this one also here. So if you need to just use the JSON stringify the data, that's it. It will format. And the third solution you will do manually. So here, third solution is the manual way of doing that. So in this case, okay, yes, I missed something here. This is manual styling. So this is actually styling. So uh, to add a style to the existing formatted JSON using the stringify, that's actually discussing here. So these all things are available in my website. So you can look on that things. But right now we are good with this approach. Just use the JSON stringify and JSON parse. That's the one. So right now what I'm going to do, we are going back to our um, we are going back to our backend approach. So backend, what we are going to do. So the backend. So let me take out that example. So the backend, if you are getting like this, so you can make it into the other way around, the way I mean the beautify JSON. You can actually use the object map. So you are using the object mapper, read the value, write with the default pretty printer. That's it. So if I need let me print out these things to the console, so we will get an exact idea what I am talking about. So here I'm just copying all of these things, and we need a text here. So we are using the same text that we discussed here, and copy that old text and paste it here. And the next thing that we need is we need to print that value, the pretty JSON. So on this phase, it will print that exact data that is our expectation. Let's see what's going to happen in this case. That's also possible to do in this case. So let's see. So here we can see it's the same way that we did in the front end. So the multiple ways we can do these things, and this only not not only apply for any specific languages. All the languages are capable of doing these things. Even if it is SQL, you can use the JSON. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Let me pull. Okay.